It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. It's Daniel the Miracle Man Jacobs, 6 foot tall with a reach of 74 inches. And in this corner, it is Caleb Sweet Hands Plant. This former middleweight champion of the world comes in at 6 foot 1 inches with a reach of 74 inches.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
Here comes the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs, who's had epic battles with Canelo Alvarez and Triple G, the former two-time middleweight champion, looks to get back on top with a win in this one. Caleb Sweet Hands Plant, this former super middleweight champion of the world, is looking to get back on track tonight.
It'll be ding-ding from first they're off.
And now it's time for the official introductions, and for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Brooklyn, New York, introducing an acclaimed two-time middleweight champion of the world, known as the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Nashville, Tennessee, now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, a super middleweight champion of the world, Sweet Hands, Caleb Plant.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
This is one of my favorite venues. Get the right fight, you got a night of fun.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. There's a counter shot. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Punch, counter punch. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Carrying away the right hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
You just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Beautiful counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Straight right just misses. That hook won't score. That counter, a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
You stay focused. You got to go out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag.
What do we expect to see here in round two? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
perfect counter shot. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Good job stopping that uppercut. And he scores with the counter. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Not a lot of defense here at all. Good counter punching. A lot of effort being exerted here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
And you switch it in. You were smart, you were loading up, but you were still landing it.
And there's the bell for round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Nice counter shot. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They exchange punches. Nice counter shot. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Those counter punches have to hurt. Misses with the jab. Well done with that counter shot. That very close round with 10 seconds to go. Jacobs in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges...
There's the bell for round 4. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Nice work to block that right uppercut. Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do? Keeping those gloves up. up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
His stamina is off the charts. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
Stick him on the end of the jab and then start gathering your...
Time for the 5th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He threw a punch and just got countered. That jab misses. Catch and shoot. A straight right just misses. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
This could be really intimidating.
Whoa, Johnny! Caleb Plant is hurt. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.